And welcome to the Simple Green U.S. Open of Handball to toy. Samson Hernandez up against Shorty Ruiz. In this men's semifinals and a very quick side out. My name is Dave Benson alongside David Fink.
Dave, Shorty hits the flattest kills of anyone I've ever seen in big ball.
Not sure why we're hearing that echo. Now it's gone, but I liked it. Kind of felt like Lou Gehrig there for a second.
1 serving 0.
This is a very big match, Dave, I believe, for Shorty, as he's got a lot to prove. Shorty's been in that top 3 or top 4 for the last couple of years, but he has not yet cracked into that top 2 or had a big singles win against one of the top 2 players. And this is a match, Dave, he really wants. Told me yesterday that he used to beat Samson all the time, never lost to him. Then he took a 1.5 years off from playing handball to start working, and he hasn't beat him since. But it's not as though he feels like he can't beat him.
Shorty Ruiz unable to go to the World Championships yet. He comes into the court here with one of the Belgium handball players' jerseys that he received from the World Championships. He has connections.
Well, Shorty also told me, Dave, that Samson's head is just not right. I didn't know what he meant, but I don't like to pry.
Well, you'll see that Samson's head is right.
I believe it's always right. He's one of the mentally strongest players I've seen in any sport.
Samson Hernandez in the finals of every stop in the pro season in singles and doubles this past year.
I believe Samson, Dave, similar to Alan Garner, he shoots the ball and ends rallies better with his left hand. I think you play Samson's right hand if you're Shorty Ruiz. Samson has a club for a left hand.
You see how Shorty blocked Samson for the duration of that shot right there and then jumped out of the way at the last second, and then Samson hit it in the ground.
Well, it's still an easy shot. Samson could have hit that 5 feet high and won the rally.
Inside out kill shot right there from Shorty Ruiz. We're all together. Now you see that shadow creeping halfway down left to right.
Samson, Dave, reminds me a lot of Rafael Nadal. He's just a beast out there. He just keeps applying pressure. He's physical. He hits the ball hard. He's tenacious. And that's frustrating for Shorty as he anticipated the 2-wall serve and was in perfect position.
Samson has, Dave, some of the most amazing shots you've ever seen in your entire life. And that's what the fans come out to see. Showtime here. And he does it in clutch, sort of a Sean Linning sort of style. You're talking about Alan Garner, which I agree, because I believe Alan Garner is sort of a Sean Linning type player where they can develop amazing offense.
And Shorty off his back foot, but that's what you see a lot with Shorty, Dave. A lot of amazing kill shots and a lot of unforced errors. The match a lot of times is on Shorty's hand as he's dictating play, going for his shots. First time, Dave, that I watched Samson was in Vegas in 2010, and I'd never seen anything like it. I didn't think he'd ever lose a big ball match for the rest of his life, but then you have Juan Santos entering the picture, and also Boxer, who was on fire last year, and Samson's had a lot of competition. It hasn't been the dynasty that I've expected, although he's still in that top 2. Samson's dad telling me, Dave, that Samson has so many fans, they literally travel in thousands to come and watch him play.
Look at the crowd right here, Dave. This is the biggest crowd we've seen of small ball or big ball. For those big ball haters out there that think that big ball's stealing too much press, you can't argue with what you're seeing here, Dave. Close to 1,000 people watching, and that's because Shorty Ruiz and Samson Hernandez are 2 of the 3 most popular players in big ball, with Juan Santos being 1 or 2 depending on your outlook there. But Shorty Ruiz is a crowd favorite. Everyone loves Shorty. He's had some amazing wins. You remember in small ball, 3-wall, he defeated Dave Chapman and Sean Linning in consecutive months, multiple times actually in Sean Linning's case. And also Luis Moreno in kind of a highly publicized $1,000 bet match in Venice Beach.
Well,
Shorty Ruiz
he's a big money player. He's yet, though, to capture a big title since winning in Vegas. In Vegas was actually his first and only big title as he won the singles there. But right now, Dave, Shorty looks like the better player. And Samson's biggest weakness, Dave, is his conditioning. We've seen him wear down a number of times in matches. We've seen him wear down, Dave, in rally scoring matches that only lasted 25 minutes. Here he'll be playing 2 games to 21 and a tiebreaker to 11 with traditional side-out scoring. How will his body and lungs respond to that? He's already taken his first time out here, Dave. You can see him breathing with his mouth open, taking very deep breaths with his chest. Not a good sign. Shorty's one of these guys, Dave, that doesn't look all that fit, but he can play all day, seemingly at the same level. I think this format really does favor Shorty Ruiz, who will be able to wear Samson down. And if Shorty wins this first game, I don't see Samson having any chance to win this match.
There's a football from Samson. Hernandez not called right there, and then Shorty Ruiz misses that little dive, and you're going to see Shorty yell at himself multiple times here.
Well, you know, Shorty has, Dave, what they call in the movies or in celebrity is it. He's got the it factor, Dave. You can't quite put your finger on it, but the crowd loves him. People love to watch him play. It's sort of like what Luis Moreno has with that charisma, and I don't even think he's trying to do anything. It's just how he is. People are drawn to him. Well, they like that they can see his emotions and his style of play, just everything about him.
Well, we saw one of the most amazing comebacks in Las Vegas when Shorty Ruiz was down big playing doubles. And Dave, I'm telling you, I've never seen anything like this before. 19-7 down, and he, in the first game, yelled at his doubles partner, decided to go off the court, get into a photo booth, or excuse me, a telephone booth, put on a Superman cape, came back and scored 12 straight points to win the first game. Now they lost at a close tiebreaker, but Shorty Ruiz went in and went completely berserk, taking every shot, stepping in front of his doubles partner, and lifted his game. And you'll see him yell at himself, and I know you can sympathize with this. He's actually trying to motivate himself. He's a very passive guy. Some players are able to tap into it, like Paul Brady, who's able to get angry really quick at himself, but he doesn't have to be vocal about it. Shorty has to be vocal. He has to tell himself that he's terrible. It motivates him to try to find that inner strength, and you'll see a lot of talking from Shorty Ruiz.
An amazing cut shot kill there. Dave, Samson cut the deficit from 4-9 to 9-all and then missed an easy shot that would have given him the lead. Could have won that rally, but now it's Shorty back in the lead. You feel like, Dave, when you make a big comeback, you want to take that lead to solidify the comeback. Otherwise, it's almost as though it was all for naught.
And there's a terrible two-wall serve right there that goes out. And I was telling you that you're going to see a serving clinic from Shorty Ruiz, and he served one out the side door. Last thing you want to do is try to receive that deep serve with power from Samson Hernandez, because you send it over the roof.
10, serving 10.
And Dave, I know that eye guards are mandatory, but I'm not sure I understand why. This ball is big enough, Dave, that it can't actually get into your eye at the speed that it's hit.
The only thing I could think about is maybe because of the close play, that you could take a fist, maybe not take a ball, but actually take a sidearm fist in through an eye socket with a knuckle or a finger. And we've seen some players get hit in the eye with a finger from a doubles play. But I agree with you that in big ball, I kind of question why, but we did see earlier when a player wasn't wearing eye guards this year where he got hit square in the face with a finger from a follow through. That possibly would have happened anyway with the eye guards.
Probably would have. And you hear Shorty, but Dave, it's interesting, in Australia, where Emmett won the Australian 3-wall nationals, eye gear was not mandatory there. He took a ball square in the eye from a fist shot from 1 foot behind him, and he was blinded actually for a week. Had to see several eye specialists there in Australia, but that ball in Australia, Dave, is the same size as the handball, so it could get into that eye socket as opposed to this big ball, which is too big to actually go directly into the eye. It'll either hit the orbital bone part of the forehead. Now I'm just staging. But I was hoping you were going to help me there.
I was going to, but
yeah.
I looked at John Bike to my left and said, can you believe what you're listening to right now? John is busy right now grading papers for his 4th grade class.
I'm also busy grading your performance here at this
Well, I was
Green
told
US
I
Open.
talked too much, so I'm just backing down and letting you also watch the play along with me here as it develops. It's the semifinals. This is the biggest crowd we've had for the outdoor games, and I'm telling you that the Ricky Ruiz and Samson Hernandez doubles that we saw a few years ago, or last year I should say, on this court with all those players have been trumped easily here as Samson Hernandez goes up against one of the most popular players in all of Southern California, Shorty Ruiz.
Well, I believe Shorty has the Federer-esque mystique and also style of game where he's got that flash, the ability to just hit unbelievable shots that you've never seen before.
Oh, that's a setup right there. And that's what Samson's going to do, is put that ball down. That was just a terrible mistake from Shorty. He played everything perfect until that last shot.
You can just feel the intensity here, Dave, as now Samson has scored 10 of the last 11 points, make that 11 of 12. And such a promising start for Shorty has gone awry.
Well, Shorty double faulted twice on that serve of his, and that's another setup. Samson goes over the top of the ball and keeps it down. Shorty should just get a gun and put it to his own head and pull the trigger. That's how bad it is right now for Shorty Ruiz.
Yeah.
Now, of course, I would never
just
say
mark
that.
down
I would
here
never
on my
say
card.
that because
No, you wouldn't.
I am not a proponent of any of those gun laws.
You're not?
Absolutely not. But if I were,
Yeah.
I would say something like that
Okay.
about Shorty.
And Samson plays a little cat and mouse with Shorty there in the front court, and that's really Shorty's game.
11, serving 16.
So which one's the mouse and which one's the cat?
Well, Shorty's the cat.
Oh, he is. I would have taken him for the mouse.
Well, the cat always wins. That's what's...
Not always. I don't know if you ever watched
Tight out.
Trixie and Pixie and the cat Jinx.
You mean Mr. Jinx from Meet the Parents?
No,
Oh.
wrong cat.
16, serving 12.
16 to 12.
That's an amazing
Wow.
shot from Shorty. How do you defend that, Dave? I
You
mean,
can't.
it's a good return of serve.
That was unbelievable. It was like a jumping overhand spike.
Well, Shorty hits the top of the wall there, and Samson just leans back and drills a left corner kill.
Oh, and Shorty takes a little off and gets the side out now, 12-16.
12, serving 17.
17, sorry.
This is why, Dave, I love traditional scoring, because if Samson's up 17 to 12, Dave, to 21 in rally scoring, the game's over. There's absolutely no way that you can win. But now
17, serving 12.
Shorty can theoretically chip away with side outs and a couple of points in each inning. Doesn't look like it's going to happen, but it's
Samson
a
is-
possibility.
He's trying to set the table for a Samson Hernandez Juan Santos rematch. Samson looks really good right now. Shorty's just made some terrible mistakes, and I believe there's some contact that should be called unavoidable. I mean, referee saying good call, but I don't really understand.
18, serving
It's either it is or it isn't. I don't know why there would be a good call there.
I've actually now just taken my vow for the first time of the week.
Okay.
You won't hear me talk again about the referee unless
Mark
we have the
Morris,
drill sergeant coming in and lecturing us and screaming at us. Otherwise, you won't hear a word from me about it.
Okay, so there's, now you have disclaimers on your promises. That ball stayed in.
That
and
was
Shorty.
Sorry, Dave, that was a perfect drive from Shorty Ruiz. Right to right, he hit that ball in a straight line.
18.
That weird inside-out swing from Shorty is so effective.
Well, he has to hit that shot with an open stance,
The score
and
is
he does it so effectively.
now 14-18. The way he's able to take the ball off, a little bit off the ball, I should say, is really remarkable.
15, serving 18.
Now 15-18, he's making this a match. That was terrible, though.
Tight out.
Shorty fell in love with that little paddle shot and he got exploited there from Samson Hernandez.
I like this timeout here from Samson, Dave. I know you probably don't, but Samson has the serve with an 18-15 lead. He wants to make sure he's got all of his wind to try and close out this game right here. He doesn't want to come in serving with his heart beating at 180 beats per minute. He wants to try and calm himself down and get the leg strength and lung strength he needs to close out this game. Shorty, Dave, is posing a tremendous threat here, as I think everyone expected, but Samson is in position to capture this first game. Conditions out here, Dave, just absolutely perfect. It's 72 degrees, not a hint of a cloud in the sky, and a slight breeze. You really can't ask for anything more here at the beautiful Los Caballeros Sports Village here in Fountain Valley, California at the 2012 Simple Green US Open Big Ball Men's Pro Singles Semifinals.
Here we go. 18 serving 15. Down ball. Come on. Point. 19 serving 15.
And Shorty with 2 unforced errors after the Samson Hernandez timeout, and Samson's just hit 2 shots, 2 serves, and he's won 2 points.
20 serving 15.
Whatever you call, Rev. It's the serve. How bad was my shot?
Hold on. I didn't finish calling the score.
I thought Shorty was asking for a screen, and then he gets the replay because the ref said he didn't finish calling the score. Very strange situation there.
This is game point serves 15. There it is. Samson Hernandez takes game number 1. We'll take a 5-minute break. Be back for game number 2 of this men's semifinals of the Big Ball 3-Wall Championship here at Simple Green US Open of Handball.
Are you getting this, honey?
Oh, prime time. We are rolling.
All right, Mama's gonna bring it home. Mama's gonna bring it home. Okay.
Come on, watch this guy.
Oh, backwards.
Oh, don't. Oh,
It went into Bob and Carol's yard. Oh, no? Okay,
Yeah.
here it comes.
oh no!
Challenge your kids to be active and eat healthy.
All right, let's see what you can do. Let's go.
They might surprise you. Search We Can for more ideas on how you and your kids can get healthy together.
Working and working out takes a lot of energy. That's why I drink Zenergy. Feeling fantastic and looking good has never been easier. Science, extreme science for your active lifestyle.
My life is full of statistics. Thing is, I could have dropped out of school and become one myself, but I didn't, because I had people that believed in me. Here's another statistic. 7,000 students drop out every school day. That's 1 every 26 seconds. It's time that students know that we believe in them.
Inspire a student and share your message of support at boostup.org.
My name is Bruce Fabrizio. In 1975, I invented Simple Green based on 3 principles. It had to be safer to use, it had to work, and it had to be completely made in America. From generation to generation, Simple Green has been cleaning everything from car engines and tools to kitchen counters and floors. No matter what you clean, indoors or outdoors, clean it with non-toxic, biodegradable Simple Green.
Here we go. We're gonna make some juice.
It's gonna be good.
She's excited. A little bit of kale.
Please don't put this on. I'm putting it all over the line.
It's wet. It needs something. No, it'll go.
Don't break my juicer. Looks good.
You ready to try it?
Come on, baby.
Challenge your kids to be active and eat healthy.
It's okay.
Okay. All right.
They might surprise you.
Hey, she took another sip. You saw it?
Search We Can for more ideas on how you and your kids can get healthy together.
At shelters, you'll discover healthy and loving animals just waiting to become a part of your family. Why wait? you can make a difference in the life of an animal. A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person and adopt your new best friend today. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
Working and working out takes a lot of energy. That's why I drink Zenergy. Feeling fantastic and looking good has never been easier. Science, extreme science for your active lifestyle.
Rethink what you know about this Vegas icon. Elevate your expectations at the Stratosphere Hotel, Casino, and Tower. See what's new, up, down, and all around.
Are you getting this, honey?
Oh, prime time. We are rolling.
All right, Mama's gonna bring it home. Mama's gonna bring it home. Okay, okay.
Come on, watch this guy.
Oh, backwards.
Oh, don't. Oh.
It went into Bob and Carol's yard. Oh, no? Okay, here it comes.
Oh, Mom!
Challenge your kids to be active and eat healthy.
All right, let's see what you can do. Let's go.
They might surprise you. Search We Can for more ideas on how you and your kids can get healthy together.
Working and working out takes a lot of energy. That's why I drink Zenergy. Feeling fantastic and looking good has never been easier. Science, extreme science for your active lifestyle.
Para eso les pago. 2 minutes. Ya, sir. Ya llevan 3 puntos.
Por eso les pago, dice.
We are back for game number 2. Samson Hernandez takes game number 1, 21-15. Versus Shorty Ruiz. Samson Hernandez goes with that sidearm stroke, hits over the top of the ball. Keeps it down. Score is 0-1.
Good try. Light out. 1 serving 0.
First side out was Shorty. Now getting back in. Score here is 2-0. Samson Hernandez wins the first one, 21-15, Dave.
After a hot start from Shorty in game number 1, and that definitely looked good to me, Dave, but it might take a instant replay of that. But after a quick start from Shorty in game number 1, took a 9-4 lead. Samson took a timeout, and it's been all Samson since then. See, Dave, I don't believe Samson should chase that ball that he really has no chance to get. Even if he gets it, he's out of the rally. He wastes so much energy.
Well, that's been a knock on him. He is a showman first and a champion second. He wants to put on a show for the crowd, and he toggles between doing remarkable things and showing everyone that he wants to give 100% and also winning. And I think it's actually hurt him in some of these major championships. Vegas a couple years back is a great example.
Well, you want to use smart effort, not just effort that impresses the crowd.
3 serving 2.
Now Shorty's in the lead after what looked like going to be a walkthrough from Samson Hernandez. Shorty had that inside-out stroke that was so popular in game number 1. Not so much there on that shot.
2 serving 3. Right out. 3 serving 2. 4 serving 2.
Shorty Ruiz making a terrible mistake there with a floored front court open kill shot, leading 5-2 and serving. Now it's a side out. No referee avoidable hinder called there.
Serving 5.
There's a side out. Now Shorty serving at 5-2 here.
Point.
Shorty playing good ball right now, Dave.
1 minute. Fuck, man. Fucking time.
Taking a timeout here in game number 2. It was Samson Hernandez winning the first one 21-15. Now Shorty Ruiz is up in the second game, although he had the same type of lead in the first game.
How you doing?
Good, Tanisha.
Shorty Ruiz back in here at 6-2. That's a great shot right there from Samson Hernandez, but it hits the front wall, now checks up. Shorty's in control, and it barely stays in. Referee's giving it to Shorty, now 7-2. That was an interesting exchange there with Samson Hernandez looking a little winded after that rally. Nice, long, deep shot right there, and it was a perfect get. And Shorty Ruiz dives in and gets it. Samson has taken the front court. It was a 2 bounce.
Nearly making a pickup, but it's an amazing cup reverse shot from Samson.
Unable to really hear Dave Fink through my headset here. I don't know if his volume's low or. Dave Fink likes to go courtside, but then talks like he's at a golf tournament. Listen for the score here from the referee. So Dave, since you are taking the referee's microphone, Shorty Ruiz is tying his shoelace there. Heard the score of 4-9, Dave.
Identical score to the first game. And now Shorty will take a timeout trying to prevent the same kind of run that Sampson made in game number 1 where he tied the score at 9. Dave, unfortunately, the court microphone was not working for me. I wasn't able to hear you, but the action on the court, Dave, is just absolutely incredible.
It really is. The electricity is amazing. We can't see it sort of two-dimensional here. I mean, this is an absolutely beautiful sight here, courtside, with all these people that have gathered, and you're hearing the surrounding sounds. This is what we captured every single stop during the Players' Cup Series. A lot of fan support. If you can take the 4-wall game and the big ball outdoor 3-wall game and combine them together, they're the strong points of the two. You would have an ultimate sport here with the crowd support of the fans. We've seen some great matches in here and around the country, Dave, where very few people would come and watch some of the best handball you've ever seen in your life. But here in big ball, they'll come out and actually support it, but they don't enter a lot of these events because they'd rather come and watch the play as opposed to enter. It's kind of a sort of different philosophy. In the small ball game, you'll have people enter the tournament and not watch it.
That's an interesting and accurate observation. You don't realize, Dave, just how hard these guys hit the ball. Oh, I just hate that call there. Shorty's pulled off the court at a 45-degree angle. There's almost no chance to return the ball, and the referee bails him out.
You see now Sampson putting on his power pellet of a yellow jersey. He says that this makes him play stronger. Score now 6-9 after Shorty had that big lead.
Sampson does not have the kind of serve that Juan Santos has, Dave, but he uses his serve to set up his first strike. A lot of times he first strike passes to set up a kill. And you see what I mean there, Dave, and now he'll go for the kill. And for once, Dave, the announcer's curse didn't come into play. He did exactly what I anticipated.
That's what I tell you. I'm not sure if it's maturity or not, but Sampson Hernandez is really just a showman that wants to dazzle the crowd and win at the same time. Look at that backhanded shot right there. Now, Shorty Ruiz is also a showman, but he's got a little bit more maturity. Sampson Hernandez might be one of the best athletes I've ever seen in my life.
How long is that list now, David? About 280?
That ball was out. No call from the referee.
I believe it was way in.
I saw it out.
Dave, Sampson reminds me somewhat of the great Irish players we saw last week in Ireland. He has a system, and he's like a machine. He knows exactly what he wants to do. Oh, no.
Referee now calling avoidable, and now Sampson's calling for an appeal, and he's not going to get an appeal because this is unappealable.
Not even close to being unavoidable. In no way is this unavoidable.
Well, let's look. He moved right in front of the shot. I believe it is actually technically.
He had to move out of the way.
No, he could have moved. He was already out of the way. What are you talking about, Dave? You know this game better than anybody. How could you even say that? He was already out of the way. He became in the way. That was a terrible description there. We can look at the replay again here. Sampson was out of the way, and he became in the way. And that's just an awful shot right there from Shorty. Let's watch what Sampson does here, and you'll see.
Okay.
He's off to the left of the screen and out of the way. See, he's out of the way, and then he turns into the way.
That ball would have hit him had he stood there.
He could have just continued out the door.
I don't believe it affected the play. He would have been hit by the ball had it not moved.
In playing big ball, when you have a player off the court, you want to go down left out that side door for a point. Totally affected the play. He had Sampson out off the door. Sampson comes in to get back into play across his shot. These guys are able to develop plays, as you see right there with Shorty able to strike that ball and go down to the corner. Shorty gets that ball.
But that's the kind of effort, Dave, that's unnecessary. All that's going to do is wear you out. You have no chance to win the point from back there. Even if you miraculously return that shot from the back court, there's no chance to win the point. And Sampson wrong foot Shorty there with a perfect two-wall ace serve.
11. What? 12 serving 11.
And right there, Dave, Shorty does exactly the same thing. He crosses the path of the ball. There's no argument from anyone, yet on the play 4 points ago, it was unavoidable. I don't understand the consistency or lack thereof.
Well, that's because Shorty asked for the avoidable and got the avoidable call, and this time around it wasn't asked, and that's the problem with these refs who don't even know what an avoidable are.
So it's much like a receiver in the NFL. You ask for the pass interference and you get it, but they're not going to call it unless you ask for it.
Well, we've seen this happen in a lot of sports, not just handball, but it does happen a lot. Basketball, football, you'll see a player asking for something. They might not get it immediately, but they'll get it later. Especially it kind of resets the referee and says, hey, you need to watch this guy's grabbing my arm. The referee does look for that. They might get it, but you see here.
Victor Ortiz asked for an apology from Mayweather and got a 2-piece and got put on his back and flattened for it. So sometimes it doesn't really work in your favor.
You're watching the Simple Green U.S. Open of Handball as a crowd shot there of Joe Steiner down on the left, works for the L.A. Fire Department. Up top is Samson Hernandez and his father, Jose, who's in the top right wearing the WPH live shirt. Down low is Shorty Ruiz, really breathing hard here. I don't see his shadow in the picture, but...
Well, I think Sampson's smart, Dave. He goes to the back of the court where there's shade. He gets as much shade as he can. Shorty's sitting in the sun.
Saw Jennifer Hinman there behind.
Who?
Jennifer Hinman.
Oh.
Top 10 women's pro small ball player.
Really? I'd like to see those rankings.
Well, they're available. Samson Hernandez stepping in here.
A lot of Dave small ball players think that you just can't hit the big ball that hard because with the small ball swing you really can't. But when you go out and see these top big ball players, you just can't believe how hard they're hitting this ball with their hands.
Shorty Ruiz is putting up a good fight here, just like he did in game number 1 when he was up and then lost that lead, but eventually lost 21-15. Shorty going for just a sidearm fist shot and a miss.
Well, this is where Sampson starts to pull away.
You see this a lot. We saw it at the World Championships in the big ball where the referee's saying the score and the server actually feels that as long as he finishes the score by the time I hit the ball, it's okay. We saw that multiple times.
Well, in playing Dave Chapman so many times, I find that whenever I hit my best serve, he wasn't quite set in the backcourt and put his hands up. I think it might be similar to that, Dave, as Sampson hit an ace. I would love, Dave, to see the small ball players cross over and play some of this because the dynamics, Dave, of having some different personalities in here to go along with these superstars like Shorty and Sampson would really set the roof off.
Oh, I agree with you. It would be so tremendous you wouldn't believe it.
Even if you know, the traditional four-wall players weren't as good initially, I believe they'd raise the level of their games with just a few tournaments and a few months of practice. Not to say they would win, but can you imagine, Dave, the energy from the crowd as they're seeing different guys come in, guys that they've looked up to in the four-wall game crossing over? I believe they'd get a lot of fans just for crossing over. Unfortunately, I won't be one of them. I'm retired, but there have to be some other guys, Dave, that you'd think would think about crossing over.
I totally agree with you.
I'm becoming a believer. Now, you've still got some work to do with me on the doubles.
Well, you're going to get...
Well, I'm open-minded, unlike yourself.
There was that call that the referees love calling when the player screens in front happened again, but no call there. I believe that if the play... Oh, we'll talk about that later. Okay. 20 serves 11 here. This is just really infectious, Dave. And if you're sitting courtside, you get more of the infection.
I agree with that.
And there's a point there, and a final point for Samson Hernandez, who takes down Shorty Ruiz 21-15, 21-11. He'll be in the finals to face Ibanez Juan Santos, and you see Samson exiting really fast here, Dave. It looks like he's coming to our booth.
Rumors of Samson's demise have been greatly exaggerated, Dave, as we heard rumors that maybe Samson's head wasn't right, but from what I saw, Dave, that was the Samson of old, the vintage Samson that won and slammed in Las Vegas in 2010. Perhaps, Dave, he's on his way to capturing this prestigious major title here at the Simple Green US Open.
Okay, so we're going to have the pro men's doubles coming up next. Here's what I'd like for you to do.
Okay.
Go into the stands and watch this. You don't have to be an analyst. We'll have another player come in here and do this match. I want you to capture what it looks like watching the doubles courtside. T-Wack and Dizzle and Dazzle and Razzle will be up against their foes, Fuhi and Chris Flash Tohin. That'll be next. You stick around. More action here at racefor8.com. Stick with us.
You're on your way to meet up with friends, but you can't seem to get anywhere quickly. You don't want your friends to be annoyed, so you text. You're on your way. Five seconds is the average time your eyes are off the road while texting while driving. Make sure you get where you're going.
My name is Bruce Fabrizio. In 1975, I invented Simple Green based on three principles. It had to be safer to use, it had to work, and it had to be completely made in America. From generation to generation, Simple Green has been cleaning everything from car engines and tools to kitchen counters and floors. No matter what you clean, indoors or outdoors, clean it with non-toxic, biodegradable Simple Green.
My life is full of statistics. Thing is, I could have dropped out of school and become one myself, but I didn't, because I had people that believed in me. Here's another statistic. 7,000 students drop out every school day. That's one every 26 seconds. It's time that students know that we believe in them.
Inspire a student and share your message of support at boostup.org.
Here we go. We're gonna make some juice.
It's gonna be good.
She's excited. A little bit of kale.
Please don't put this on line.
I'm putting it all over the line.
It's wet. It needs something. No, it'll go.
Don't break my juicer. Looks good.
You ready to try it?
Come on, baby.
Challenge your kids to be active and eat healthy.
It's okay.
Okay, all right.
They might surprise you.
She took another sip. You saw it?
Search We Can for more ideas on how you and your kids can get healthy together.